I'm here with two members of Crywolf, Kevin and James. How's it going, boys?
Very well.
Good, mate. How are you?
Very, very good. So, you guys have just come out this year, and you guys came out swinging. Because, you know, I look at how some bands come out when they come on, like, social media, and they've got material coming out. You know, people kind of start their band, take about a year to release something. But you guys were just like, boom, 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 boom. Like, literally, I was like, all right, so you guys did the Caridian's last gig. So you guys opened and did that. A little bit of nepotism might have helped with that, but, you know.
Yeah, it's got to be done. Had to be done.
Had to be done. That's fair. Yeah. You already got on, you got a music video out for Rain. You're already on Spotify playlists. I saw you're on like an alternative one. You guys are doing a music festival appearance next year already at Festival 1. Very exciting. And you've got merch out. And you've already got reviews out. I'm impressed.
Yeah.
That's a lot of work.
Killing it.
But that's a lot of work. But you guys already came out and had it all. Like
we had everything lined up. That's
had everything lined up. Yeah,
about 9 months.
Yeah, well, I guess since we started jamming, we were holding off on announcing anything or putting out like any kind of social media presence, so that by the time we did put that out, we had stuff ready to go. So we didn't want to be like, "Hey, we're Crywolf," and then just have nothing to show. So yeah, we waited until we had content, and then
just everything lined up: music video, music, a show, merch. Just come out with a bang, really.
Yeah,
so,
especially like a good show as well, like doing like a good coming on like Caridians. Like that like that's a great one, like a sad and a good one, you know. It's sort of like bittersweet, but a great one.
Nick told us that was happening, and I was like, "Hey, mate, you reckon we could open that?
Yeah,
we'll do this 20 minutes." And they were good enough to reshuffle the lineup a little bit and chuck us on there. So that was awesome, and it also like kicked our ass to get ready to play a gig because we were kind of just jamming along, and so that gave us like a goal to work towards, which was good.
Yeah, we had to kind of rush through. We always had the intention of using backing tracks and a click, but once we got that show, that's when we were like, okay, we better get that sorted like ASAP. So
that's also a lot of work for you as the drummer. You know, you got to. I mean, you're obviously a very good drummer and very tight, and you play with done lots of studio stuff, but still going live and new songs and stuff.
Yeah, well, particularly because I like to be like quite aggressive and passionate when I play, that I've never done that with like having click in your ear. Like you gotta concentrate at the same time as well as have fun.
Yeah.
So that was probably the biggest one for me, is finding like a middle ground there, and being both on time and still
on budget. Oh, that's
on budget. On budget.
And on budget.
Every snare hits about 20 cents.
Yeah. Funnily enough, like we were talking about like the worst case scenario of backing tracks and what could go wrong. And with the Caridian show, just with us being like a last minute band, we had a very quick sound check because there just wasn't enough time, and
never was.
Yeah. And Tyler, the sound guy, was like, he's like, "Can I adjust your sound at all?" And I was just like, "Yep, no, that's cool, that's fine, yeah." And then we started playing, and then when the chorus kicked in for the first song, I was like, "I can't hear the click at all."
I don't know where we are.
Yeah, well, it was all right for Burn. I think the second one, I just got so lost. Like,
it was super off-putting for me because I could still hear the click very clearly, and then I could hear you just out a little bit. So it was like, tick, 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 tick. I was like,
But Kevin, so you have the click as well in your ear.
Yeah, because we have a few cues where like different guitar parts come in and stuff, so we're all running the click.
Is that hard as a singer?
Nah, I mean you just get used to it.
Sure. You've been practicing with it a lot.
Yeah, and we have the click a lot lower than what he would have, because it needs to crank through for him. But yeah, there's just a couple of spots that the guitar is needs to come in at the right time or whatever. So we need to have the click, or at least the cue coming in for that. So yeah.
And also like building, like who'd you guys work with for the studio recordings?
We recorded the drums at the lab with Ollie Harmer, which was really cool.
Lab's awesome. Nice.
Yeah. Well, I'd never been there, and all I knew of Ollie was he'd worked with all these big bands and won music awards. So like, I was kind of shitting myself going in there, to be honest.
Really?
Like, yeah, but then he
Just because a
turned
big
out.
studio and stuff? Or?
Yeah. But then I went in there and like it was probably like the most relaxing recording experience I'd ever
super chill,
had. Like,
Super nice.
like went through each song like 2 or 3 times. And he would just be like, "Yep, no, that's great, James. We'll move on to the next one."
Not being like, that was terrible. Have you practiced ever? I've had that before. Yeah, the classic.
Yeah, and then the rest of the stuff we just recorded at home. I spent ages just on my laptop at home tracking, and some of the parts I would just do like a couple of notes at a time, and then a couple of notes at a time, so they were like spot on, and then. Went up to Nick's place and tracked bass up there, and then went down to Rotorua where Josh lives, and we did all the vocals down there in Josh's little wardrobe. Made a little recording booth in the wardrobe.
You guys are everywhere.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
It's like a tour just to do the recording.
It is insane.
Cry Wolf recording tour.
I mean, even between me and Nick, who both live in Auckland, there's still an hour between us. He's in North Auckland, I'm in South Auckland, so it's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's a lot to organise. Like, yeah, just the 4 of you guys. But
It is like we have to like really think ahead, like a couple of.
you've got to
weeks
really
when we're-
plan. Everything's
Yeah.
got to be super planned, and like if someone's sick, it's like fuck.
Yeah, big time.
Yeah.
Yeah, we try in a perfect world. We try to do rehearsal in Cambridge, where I live, one weekend, and then the following weekend I'll come up and we'll do a rehearsal with Nick in Auckland.
Yeah, so Nick won't come to the Cambridge one, and Josh won't come to the Auckland one, but yeah, it works pretty well.
So I kind of want to come back to like you guys like coming out, having everything ready for you, like all the content you guys got, music video, song out, new song coming out soon with Ben as well. And I kind of wanted to like when I look at what you guys have done with coming out, everything everything streamlined, all these there's always there's the songs out, videos out, here's the gig, here's like a music festival working towards. And I guess what I wanted to ask was like, would you say through quite a bit of an experience, you guys kind of know how the game works a bit now with like content?
Definitely.
And setting yourselves up to setting yourselves up for success, I guess.
Yep. I mean, the game has changed a lot since the earlier days. It's all about social media content and stuff like that now. So that's kind of an annoying part of it, having to do all these reels and stuff like that. But yeah, it's a big part of it. But I think it's a lot about just momentum and stuff like that. So like consistently posting, and yeah, if you have too much of a break between content, then you kind of drop off the radar a little bit. So
Setting a momentum, and then keeping it. So we definitely talked about like a timeline for everything. So like
Content calendars and stuff. Yeah.
yeah, well, and just like just with songs, we're like, let's set ourselves up. So let's record these songs and then boom, release one every 2 or 3 months, and just keep sort of music and content flowing.
Take one song 3 minutes and make like 100 reels.
Yeah.
I think like,
But that is how it is, though. It is like the little snippets here and there just dropping all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
like in the past with bands, we're kind of just like, okay, we've got a song ready, we'll release that, and then you have like nothing else ready. And so that's something that I've definitely learned like along the way. Like you want to have your next few pieces of content ready to go, so you're not just like floundering around in no man's land. You need to have that next bit of content ready to go. Yeah.
No, for sure.
Time management as well. Like even just with the music videos, we were like, let's just film 2 music videos in the same location in one day, change it around a bit. So
Yeah,
efficient. Yeah, but you guys know.
yeah,
that's because we
got the experience.
live all over the place. So when you can actually get us together, we need to maximize that time. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, because for those who maybe don't know, like Kevin, you've been in Swerve City, the band before this, and then Fire at Will, and what was the band before that?
My Asylum.
That's right, I remember that.
Ooh, I haven't heard about this
My
one.
Asylum.
Oh, that was a long time ago. Yeah, so Josh, who plays guitar in Cry Wolf, he was in Fire at Will as well. And then My Asylum was like the early version, I guess, of Fire at Will. But then we got a new singer there, and so we transitioned into Fire at Will.
And then James his was he's still in the band Sun Gods. They've been on here a few times, and then he's also been in a bit, I can't remember like in between, but I know you're in a band with John Fielding called Drive Town like ages ago.
Done your research, haven't you?
That's good. Well, I just know that because I know John. But what was another band you're in during in between time?
Well, Drive Town was kind of like before the Sun Gods. Drive Town was like my first real band where I met Conrad.
That's right.
Yeah. And
what does the name mean?
Drive Town. It's where we rehearsed. Oh. So my dad managed a car yard in Panmure, Ellerslie called Drive Town, and they had a spare room.
Nice. It's not a bad name.
Yeah, we went with Drive Town. But I think that ended like sort of 2012 because I moved to England. I think that was right before we jammed.
Yeah, because we jammed, it would have been like 20... Yeah, because also, about 20... people don't know, I met James like when I was like 17, and I went in like this little garage with him and Comrade and Mungery, and I didn't recognize
Phil.
Oh, Phil, sorry, not Comrade. Yeah. And he had like huge dreads and that.
Oh, fuck.
Wait, you had dreads?
No, Phil.
No, Phil. And I saw him, and Phil's like, I know you. And I'm like, what? And I was like, oh man, the haircut changes like crazy.
He's been doing that for years. He's kept a solid haircut recently, but yeah, he used to have dreads and then an afro and then
mix it up. That's cool. So yeah, you guys have been doing it for a minute. One thing I also stand out for me with you guys, I think with a lot of other rock and metal bands that I hear out at the moment, is the harmonies. I don't actually hear too many bands do like proper like harmonies together. I think that's something that I stuck out also on the live show and also in the recordings. I saw the little acoustic jam you guys did of Rain as well.
Yeah, Josh is a super good singer, so probably better singer than me, to be honest. But I started the band, so
that was definitely a highlight for me when I first heard Josh and Kevin sing together. I was like, well, this is just getting better and better. Like they sound so good together. It's almost like a Cher and Bono type moment.
Cher and Bono. What a comparison.
Yeah, I mean, I think most songs will have a vocal harmony going on in the chorus, but
live though,
the way
like,
yeah, I think with our mixes and stuff, we probably tend to bump that harmony up a little bit, so you can definitely hear it. Like, nice,
but having the two distinct voices, rather than just the same person harmonizing, you've actually got two distinct voices, and there's a lot you can do with that, which is cool. I don't think there's not, especially in New Zealand. Like, I mean, there are some, but not many bands doing that. So good stuff.
Yeah,
lots to do.
It's definitely nice to have someone that can sing that good in the band.
Yeah, and you can take a break.
Yeah, hard out.
You can sing this one, Josh.
Yeah, we got a couple of songs that, Josh is pretty good at writing songs as well, so there's a couple that he might take lead vocals on at some point, which would be cool. Yeah.
Neat. That's cool. Yeah, I was listening to like your guys' sound, like, and it's funny because I was like, what I used to try and do with bands, I'll try and like predict their influences, and then I went on to Spotify to try and read a bit more about your band and then you list your influences. I'm like, but I was pretty bang on because I was like, like Linkin Park, I thought Bring Me the Horizon, a little bit of that
fair enough.
in there. Architects, I thought.
Good.
Like new Architect stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, these are all bands that I love, so keep going.
Story of the Year.
Yeah.
I actually like wrote that down before I went to this one because I like Story of the Year a lot as well. And their new stuff is so good.
Yeah, they've been one of my top bands for forever. Yeah,
I have to actually give them some time. I haven't really. They're like one of those bands, like you'll hear about a band or whatever, and you're like, I need to give them, like, if I want to listen to a band, I want to listen to like the entire back catalogue.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they got a great back catalog.
I've still got to listen to them because
I was a bit late to Story of the Year as well. I only really got into them with their like latest album, which is
true,
which was like a few years back. But I always knew of them, but I never really got into it.
Yeah, no, those guys are massive for me, for sure.
Yeah, awesome band. Another band with great vocals and great harmonies, great riffs and all that. So that's real cool. I also noticed I had a little sneak listen to your upcoming single.
Yep.
Can I say that or not? And this episode is sponsored by me. Do you struggle with sleeping, and particularly struggle with light and sound while sleeping? I think it's time you get the sleep that you deserve. My business, Infinity Sleep, specializes in sleep well-being products to enhance your sleep quality. I've been using sleep masks and earplugs for the past 3 years to help improve my sleep, and I'm so stoked to finally have ones that have been created for my own sleeping needs. If you would like to learn more about my business, Infinity Sleep, please visit our website, www.infinitysleep.co.nz. By making a purchase, you are directly not only supporting a local Kiwi business, but also this podcast. Use the promo code ONLYSCOTT15% and receive 15% off your first order. Go to www.infinitysleep.co.nz to get the sleep that you deserve.
Well, I think it's going to be out by the time this drops, so...
So I suppose it's all right.
Yeah.
Cut it! No, I listened, and yeah, it's definitely still like playing along, with playing like part 2, sort of a feel to like Rainfall. And when I was listening, had a little solo in there.
Cheeky little guitar
cheeky
solo.
Little Tom Morello was making an appearance. Octave pedal. Woo.
Yeah.
But it was good though. It was tasteful.
We did heaps of guitar solos in Fire at Will, and I guess it's a little bit like old school now, to a point, I guess. But yeah,
probably not, because no one does it, because everyone's like, oh, we've done that. It's like, but now no one's done it for a long time, so now it's actually cool to do it.
Yeah. But,
We've been in this position before, I think, in like the early 2000s when new metal was at its peak and there was just no guitar solos. And obviously, I'm sure you've seen the Saint Anger documentary.
Of course,
Yeah,
of course.
that whole thing. So
Yeah.
I feel like we're in that moment again where no one wants to do guitar solos and somebody has to like break out with something and make it cool again.
I guess for a period of time in like the 2010s, like in metal, there was like all the progressive metal bands came out, and there was like a lot of like crazy guitar work going on, and maybe that was another, like, I don't know, people weren't that keen on doing guitar solos, because there was like a lot of those bands, there's like really intricate bits, and it's like, it's cool, but it's like suddenly the whole song was just a shred sesh,
Yeah.
and it's like, oh,
I kind of feel it's because of a lot of heavy bands these days have such an electronic influence.
yeah, it's so
I
big
think,
now.
yeah, that's kind of what's taking the guitar solos away from heavy music, maybe. But I mean, yeah, we've got a bit of an electronic sort of.
Yeah, you guys got quite a
influence
few
as
samples.
well.
in
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Who brought that in? Like, whose idea was to bring in the samples and synths and?
Well, mostly Kevin's. We'd actually talked about starting this project about over a year ago, because I knew with Connor, with the Sun Gods, he was having another baby, so I knew we were gonna sort of disappear for a while. So I wanted to like keep doing musical stuff, but it just didn't come to fruition until Swerve City kind of wound up.
Yeah, James messaged me like about starting a completely new thing for a while, and that was like going to be some heavy electronic sort of vibe or something, I think was the idea. But yeah, that didn't come to anything. But then, yeah, when Swerve wrapped up, I was trying to continue Swerve originally. And so I asked James to come on and play drums, and then I took over singing, and so it just sounded like a new band, and I ended up being the only original member left, so we just became a new band. But yeah, I mean, I've always been into the little electronic vibes, like pretty big into like I Prevail and stuff, and they got heaps of that electronic stuff going on. And so it's mostly just been me playing around and just trying some random stuff and seeing what sounds cool. And
Different logics and presets or
pretty
something.
much.
Does this sound cool?
Yeah, so it's just been fun and just trying to find stuff that sounds cool.
Yeah, I think that's the main thing, like just stuff that excites us and sounds cool, and not be worried about whether we're going to be like planted like, oh, they sound just like this band or this band, you know, like, yeah, we're seasoned, we don't care at this point.
No, want to make what we want. And that's all that really matters.
Exactly, yeah.
That's all that matters at the end of it. Where does the name come from, Crywolf?
That comes from the old group chat.
It's a good story.
Is it? the group chat with like 1,000 different names where everyone's just throwing all their ideas out there.
Yeah, it
Band name generator.
Crywolf was Kevin's name, but we were almost called Call Sign.
Call sign.
Call Sign.
Yeah, that was the front runner for a bit, eh?
All three of them were agreeing on it, and I was like, nah. And I wouldn't let it go. I was like, no. It almost got to the point where I gave up actually, but then Kevin hit me up and was just like, "What about Crywolf?" And I was like,
Yeah, I don't know where
"That's
it came from. We were just throwing names out there and just came to me, but it's got that kind of visceral sort of aggressiveness to it a little bit, which kind of suits our vibe a bit.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can do a lot of cool stuff with wolf imagery and stuff like that. So it kind of works.
Because I thought it might have been a reference to that horror movie that came out like 20 years ago. No, there's a movie called Cry Wolf that came out. It was like one of like it's like an indie horror film, but I think it did quite well at the time.
Oh no, I don't know.
Right.
I have to watch that.
No, I should check it out.
We got a few people like, "Oh, is this the same band from the '80s?" No.
And you're like, "What's that band?"
Is it Crywolf from the 80s?
Apparently, yeah. So I looked them up, and they wear like tight leather pants and have the whole long hair, glam metal kind of vibe. So might have to bring some of that back.
Yeah, pay tribute. You should cover one of their songs. Cry Wolf covering Cry Wolf.
Yeah.
It's not a bad idea actually.
Yeah, go viral. I don't know.
I know Josh would be keen for some leather pants.
He enjoys some leather pants, some big hair.
Chaps in particular.
Some chaps.
Yeah.
Okay. Whatever floats your boat. Whatever floats your boat. One thing, actually, I was going to save this for later, but I might as well. I kind of want to ask you guys about this now. With like a lot of bands in the rock and metal world, a lot of like even like the Spotify streaming numbers have come out, and they even say like, you know, people listen to bands from like the 2000s and 90s more. You know, a lot of new music that's come out in the last 10, 15 years, like people aren't really listening to. Well, maybe 10 years, not 15 years, 10 years. Like it's not like as popular. So like new artists that come out with new music, even like pop stars and that, like it's just they don't get the same amount of like plays or hits as like some of the older groups. But I was gonna ask you guys is like this is more of like a rock and metal edition. Like which band's new music would you still listen to? So I'm gonna rattle off some names.
Well, definitely Architects.
So
I love their new stuff.
yeah, I was gonna rattle off some names.
Okay.
And then you guys, if they release new music, like would you check it out?
Right.
So
Go
yeah,
for it.
Bullet for My Valentine. Would you listen
Yes.
to it?
I prefer their old stuff.
But if they released a new song, would you?
I would check it out for sure.
check it out.
Yeah, but
Definitely.
yeah, they're interesting. They had a few weak albums, and then I think they came out with like a good album. So yeah, I'll definitely check it out. But yeah, their old stuff is freaking sick.
That's true. Yeah, we just said Architects, but so Architects, you check out new stuff
100%. Yeah, love
yourself.
Yeah. Sometimes
It's not your thing.
well, no, I like them, but sometimes it's a little samey for me personally. But
They kind of got they got in a bit of like a rhythm I found where they kind of they found their formula, and I was like,
dare I say it? Like I feel like some bands are going to end up in a tough position if they keep working with Jordan Fish of all sounding the same.
right, yes.
Yeah, so yeah, but no, I would listen to them, but like I feel like it would be nothing sort of out of the norm if I heard them. Like, yeah,
Okay, North Lane.
yes,
I've gone off them a little bit. Yeah.
Which album did it?
It's the one after Node, I think.
Oh, Alien.
Yeah.
Oh, see, I thought that was incredible, but fair.
me too.
That's where it started to dip for me.
Oh,
Yeah.
why is that?
I don't
Just the
know.
electronic element you found a bit average, or was it like the production?
Just Node I freaking loved that album, and then yeah, I don't know, it just didn't grab me as much as Node, and so then they just slipped off a little bit.
Interesting.
But I would definitely check it out for sure.
Because I found when they made the album Alien, I was like, this is a level up.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I thought. Did you think that as well?
Yeah, I did as well. Yeah,
Like
But I guess
in
if
terms
you
of what production,
in terms of production, but also like the songwriting, I just thought it was better. And I thought for a while, like, don't get me wrong, I like North Lane, but I guess because of the saturation of like progressive metal at that time period, and they to me were kind of like another one. And then I was like, oh no, they're definitely not just a typical progressive metalcore band.
yeah, I think like if you listen to an album heaps that you love, which I listened to Node heaps and I loved that, and then something else that
It's not the same.
it's just you don't know it as well and you don't love it already, so maybe it needs more time to grow on you or whatever. But yeah, it just didn't grab me as much.
That's fair. Linkin Park. New music.
I think that album has some absolute bangers. The new album. It's total. I mean, it's different. You can't really compare. You can't compare it to Chester.
I'll be honest. I kind of wish they called it something else, or like Linkin Park with or something. I don't know. You know, like what Queen did, like Queen with Adam Lambert or something. I don't know. There's something.
Yeah, I'm just laughing because I love watching the arguments on the internet about it.
That is funny.
People are losing their minds, and
yeah, it's a band that has people.
If I was in their position though, and you're Linkin Park, you're like one of the biggest bands of all time.
Keep the name.
Are you gonna come out as some other band and just play like smaller shows, or are you gonna come out as Linkin Park again and tour the world in arenas?
yeah, big time.
True.
I mean,
That's very true. It's valid.
Yeah, I mean, I would. I like the new album. Yeah, so
I think some of the riffs on that album are much more early, like Meteora kind of.
Yeah, there's definitely a
some
few
cool
of
riffs.
those tracks where throwback for sure.
Yeah,
yeah.
I think the album was pretty good overall, and I mean she suits that vibe. Like those new songs with her, I mean, I like them a lot.
Yeah, I definitely rate her voice and her scream. Like,
She's got a good scream.
yeah. There's one song in particular. I can't remember the name of it, but it's quite early on that new album. That was when I was like, whoa, that's actually like really cool. So different from Chester, but
Yeah, you just got to take it.
I mean,
for
that's
what it is.
impossible. I mean, that's also a decision
Yeah.
you've got to make as a band. It's like, do we find a replica or do
Yeah.
we find a new singer? Like, you
and
got
those are
to-
big shoes to fill as well. I mean,
it's crazy shoes. To
dare I
fill.
say it, she's got balls. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
That's one thing that they did well, I think, is coming out with someone, like even coming out with a woman. So that's even less of a comparison to Chester. So
yeah,
the more difference there is probably a better thing.
yeah,
And then
big
you
time.
can just take the music for what it is.
Yeah. I'll still keep up with listening to what they release. Interested. I mean, there's only a few bands. Oh, actually, that goes into another one. Actually, similar time period. Deftones.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Probably like my favorite band of all time.
Yeah, they're definitely up there with one of my favorite bands of all time. I do need to give the new album a better listen. I haven't given it enough of a listen yet, but I
listened to the first song that came out. What was it called on the new album?
My Mind is a Mountain.
Yes, something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It was
that's a band that's
quintessential Deftones, that song for me. Like, it has all the elements that makes them Deftones. Yeah.
that's tough. It's interesting though, like when a band like that could. But their first album came what 92, 94?
95.
Oh, 95. So
Yeah.
I'm way off.
Adrenaline.
There you go, Adrenaline. So
Not
that was
I'm
the
a
first
super fan, but yeah.
Adrenaline. So like, because keeping it up for this long. I mean, that's hard.
And being
hard
bigger
out.
than they've ever been before right now.
Yeah.
Like, they're selling out massive arenas all over the
That's pretty
States.
insane.
And then like
Europe.
the TikTok craze of Deftones, which is like very strange, but pretty cool.
I'm not really on TikTok. I can't do it.
It's not a good place to be, but it's just like it's interesting the bands that manage to, like, I guess legacy bands who can make waves with like young people.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
interesting which ones carry over and which ones don't.
Yeah.
And Deftones is one of them, and Limp Bizkit.
Limp Bizkit, that's
There's a
what I
big
was just
one.
thinking as well, yeah.
So I was going to ask you guys about that as well. That was another band on my list. New Limp Bizkit music.
Oh hell yeah!
Will you-
Definitely.
Hell yeah!
Definitely.
That's so
It's
good.
so fun, though.
So much fun.
I remember that period where, like, everyone hated them. Like around, I don't know,
Same.
like 06, 07, where
Yeah.
like emo music was
Yeah.
coming in. And everyone was just like, Limp Bizkit sucks. And like, it was almost an embarrassment
To like
to
them.
tell
It's
someone
like,
that you
it's
like
like
them.
liking Nickelback. It was like, how could you?
Yeah, yeah.
The Nickelback.
But and then now you look at Limp Bizkit and they're back to like headlining like the biggest festivals in the world, and you're like, how does a band do that? Go from like being the biggest band in the world to being the most hated band in the world to being like one of the biggest bands in the world again. Like, that must feel like such a roller coaster for an artist to
That's pretty cool. It's interesting to see Wes, the guitarist, like left for a while and tried some other stuff, and then just ended up coming back because, I mean, Limp Bizkit, you can't go past that.
Nah, he
Playing
was
those kind of shows, yeah, it'd be hard to. I mean, it's the same with like Linkin Park. If they rebranded, they'd just be playing like smaller shows. If they
It won't be the same.
But yeah,
yeah.
Yeah, true. All right, Parkway Drive, new music. Would you listen to it if they released a new album?
Probably not, because I haven't really listened much to them, to be honest.
No?
Yeah, they're a band that I never got into that much, but just recently I put on their album like last week and had a listen through, because someone said that Rainfall reminded them of Parkway Drive, and I was like, okay, that's not what I would have expected.
Yeah, that's not a comparison I'd make either. But
No, I didn't think so at all, but I gave them a listen the other day, and yeah, they got some cool stuff for sure, but not really my jam that much.
yeah, that's like, because I'm a big fan of them, and like I found that kind of after like the like mid 2010s, and then they started like releasing more almost what felt like classic metal, like classic rock metal stuff, and I'm like, fair enough, you guys want to change it up, I've been playing metalcore and the din breakdowns for a long time, but I was like, it's all right. But they're more successful than ever. They played the Sydney Opera House with an orchestra, like headlining whack in festivals in Europe. Like, hey, don't let me come in and tell you what I think of it. You guys are crushing it. But it's just massive. Like the new music, like it's all right, like, but that's a band that I feel that I'm stuck in the old stuff.
Did you, speaking of orchestras, did you go to the Rock 2000 show?
No, was it good?
Well, I didn't go myself, but I've watched the videos. It looked pretty amazing, like a 30-piece orchestra with Blindspott.
Yeah, I was thinking of actually going to that, but missed the date, clearly.
It sold out pretty fast, I think, as well.
Yeah,
that would have been a good show. That would have been a good show.
But no, it looks and sounds pretty amazing. Yeah.
I have to check out those recordings. When was it?
Last Saturday, I think, or Friday? Yeah, last Friday, I think. Yeah.
Oh, I'll check it out. That'd be cool.
Yeah. We came in at number 3 with Rainfall. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, we came out. They invited us. This is more for James, probably. I don't know if Kev likes this band, but Inishikari.
Definitely.
New stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, I only know a couple of their songs. They're always fun, though. Yeah. I would check out their new stuff.
That's a band that's always developing. Like, it's just never boring.
Yeah.
It's always interesting.
They'll always be like a very special band for me, because I missed Rage Against the Machine at the big day out in 2008 for them, pretty much. A friend of mine was like, you got to come and check out this band, Inishikari. And I was like, that's like the worst name I've ever heard for a band. He's like, trust me. And then ended up watching the show, and I was like, whoa. And just got so into them after that. I've seen them about 3 times now.
Yeah.
And all in London. And just, watching a band, because I think they were like 21 or 22 when I first saw them, and just watching them progress has been pretty cool. So, they'll always be like a special band for me. Yeah.
Same. I'm very sure I heard of them because of you.
Yes, I did recommend them. I remember that.
And I was just like, whoa, this band's crazy.
Yeah.
And then I got really into it. I've seen them like 3 times. I saw them at Zeal.
Yeah. West
Buzzy.
Auckland, right?
Yeah.
I remember you telling me about it. You were asking the drummer about why they didn't play the song, what is it? Johnny Sniper.
Yeah, and they were like, we don't want to play that shit anymore. And they're like embarrassed from
really?
that. I think at the time, probably not now, but back then they were like, we don't want it. We know. They were trying to change up their direction, I think. Be a bit more serious, because the early stuff, some of it's serious, but definitely some more fun, cheeky stuff,
Yeah.
tongue in cheek.
The only album I don't like by them is it The Spark?
I agree. People really like that, and I don't understand why.
Me neither,
But one of their most streamed songs just on Spotify is Live Outside. That's actually one of their most played songs.
It's such a sing-along song, isn't it?
But it's very okay.
I liked Rebel Rouser, and that was honestly about as far as it went, yeah.
I like the softer songs they did, but when they tried to do like that little bit of like Inishikari aggression, it just felt a bit, I don't know, didn't quite do it for me.
Yeah. That was what was missing on that album. I feel like they're trying to make like a pop album as opposed to like the sort of explorative like sound that they had on all their other albums. And then I heard that and I was like, but each to their own.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm just happy that they get to do what they want. That's what I
if
like.
you do a pop album, that's probably where a lot of people will discover them, because those kind of songs would be more.
And they probably did. They probably did.
That's probably why it's like one of their bigger albums.
So it's a bit of like two sides. Yeah, I guess like 2 sides of the coin there, isn't it?
Yeah. Have you heard their new song?
The brand new one? No, I listened to the album that came out. What was the latest one?
I listened to it on the way up here, actually. Yeah, it was
album?
really, really good. No, this new song.
Oh,
yeah, it's
check it
the
out.
latest release. So
I need to
I
listen
didn't
to
even know
that. So
about
much
it.
new music. Woohoo.
Gets overwhelming, doesn't it?
I know, that's yeah, there's just there's always so much stuff being released. Okay, another band, Slipknot.
No.
New music.
No.
Would you listen? No.
Kind of over them. I've seen them live a couple of times. Awesome show, but yeah, kind of done with them.
Done. Been there, done that.
I feel like since Joey Jordison was no longer in the band that it just
Never been the same.
yeah. Like I know he was like very big he was a big part of the songwriting process for
It's
them.
very much just like a business now. They're just
Yeah.
Not
up.
Fest, and it's got their own festival.
Yeah.
And yeah, exactly.
They've just sold their music
switch
as well.
members in and out. Like there's only one or two original members.
It's like 5 or 4, I think.
I don't know. You
Yeah.
probably should check that.
But they've just sold all their music, I think, as well, for like $120 million, or the rights to their music.
That's crazy.
So I keep bouncing on this chair.
I know,
I
it's,
don't know
it's,
what it
it's,
is.
it's,
Like,
it's just
have
the
other
chair.
people done
It's
it?
yes,
Yeah.
they have, yeah. But you're a drummer, I get it. I guess it's still, at least you're not just like trying to make drum beats everywhere.
Oh, no, I'm not that guy.
Do you play drums, bro? All right, next one. I don't know if you guys are into this band. I'm just going to throw it out there. Machine Head. Did you guys ever like Machine Head?
1 or 2 songs.
I never listened to them.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I feel like I saw them at Big Day Out one time,
Likely.
but yeah, no, never listened to them really. You?
I really loved a lot of their stuff, especially in high school and like after high school, but then I've kind of dropped off from listening. But I was just, that's another big band where they're still releasing stuff. So still seems to have a bit of hype. But yeah, just interested to see if you guys would listen to it. Okay, Breaking Benjamin.
Yeah, they're
Yeah.
probably top 3 all-time
Top 3
bands
bands
for me. Yeah.
So new music, you'd still
Absolutely.
definitely.
They've got a new album on the way.
There we go.
Fizzing. They released a single like October last year, I think, and they were like, new album coming 2025. Still yet to see any evidence of that. So
We get compared to them quite a lot as well, I find. A lot of people say that. So.
Yeah, I can hear a lot of similarities, especially with like some of the lead guitar riffs.
Yeah.
And like that's Breaking Benjamin.
Yeah. Even when we first started jamming and Kev sent me some demos, that was like one of the first bands that popped into my mind.
That's a good comparison. Very
makes a lot of sense.
yeah,
Yeah.
yes, 100% that
Yeah.
mix. I'm like, someone likes Breaking Benjamin. Yeah. What about you? Would you listen to their new music?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, they're one of those bands that like I have just consistently listened to. Like, if you know what I mean, like.
Is it always in the playlist, always on the rotation?
Yeah. Like, there's some bands that'll come along or artists. Like, I don't just listen to rock music. Like, I love a lot of pop music as well. So there's like a lot of different people that I'll listen to, and I'll be like just playing it on high rotation constantly, and then all of a sudden I'm like, I don't want to listen to that for 6 months. But Breaking Benjamin are one of those bands that are just consistently there. Yeah.
All right. Maybe we'll we'll go. I'll do a couple more and then we'll move on. Disturbed.
I used to be big into Disturbed, yeah, but not so much anymore.
No.
I like their old stuff, but I couldn't even tell you what any of their new songs are called.
No.
Fair.
They got some great riffs though. Some of those early albums.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure. Evanescence.
Yeah.
Same thing. I know, like, those 2
the
songs
big
off their
songs,
first album. Nothing since then, so...
But they just released that song with Amy Lee and Poppy and
Yeah, I heard that, yeah.
Courtney
That was
the
very
Plant
good.
from Spirit Box, and that was a freaking mean song.
Yeah, it went to, like, number 1 on the Billboard as well, I think.
Yeah, that's sick.
Yeah, that was so good.
Korn.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely.
Do they have new music?
I'm assuming they do.
I haven't heard anything new from them really, but maybe I'm just out of the loop on them. I would check it out for sure.
I spent 10 hours on an airplane with the guitarist once. Head.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Heard he's
nice.
a lovely guy.
He was, yeah. It was Auckland to LA, and then I saw him get on. I was like, that looks like the guitarist from Korn. But I was just like, well, why would he be in an economy? Doesn't make sense. And then
Times are tough.
that's what I was thinking. I was like, if it is him, I was just like, God, I hope he's okay. Like, but then they
He's sitting with me.
Start a GoFundMe.
he's quite short too, actually. But the stewardess brought out the Sky Couch. You know, you can like make you buy
Oh,
like
yeah.
3 seats.
And you're making a sky count.
And I was like, oh, it definitely is him. Yeah. So I just said a quick hello at the end of the flight. And had his hood on and his sunglasses.
I'm trying to keep Booby conspicuous. Fallout Boy. You guys into pop punk?
Yeah, I love a lot of their early stuff, but yeah, their newer stuff, pretty meh.
I haven't really been. I was never into like the pop punk thing, but occasionally there's like, that one band out of a certain genre that you do like. They were definitely them. So like, yeah, I would definitely probably have a listen to them.
New music.
Yeah.
I'll just do 2 more because one band that actually some parts, especially like some like the kind of choruses remind me of Sum 41 that you guys do.
Oh yeah,
there's like a little sprinkle of that in your guys' music.
Yeah, nice. Yeah, I like Sum 41. Yeah, they're cool for sure.
But they're broken up. But
yeah,
they're not around anymore, so that's irrelevant to my question. But just I just wanted to throw it out there. If they did do new music,
I would check it out.
Yeah.
I'd check it out.
Last one, because I think this is an interesting one, is Blink-182.
Definitely.
New music.
They were never like huge for me. I like a bunch of their songs, and I would give their new songs a listen, but not huge for me.
Their self-titled album, 2003's, I think it came out 2003. Yeah, that's one of my top 5 albums of all time.
Really?
I wasn't really into them before then, because they like write songs about like farts and dicks and shit.
Grow up.
That was part of the beauty, but then it's like time goes on and like you're 50 and it's like that's funny, but it's like it's sort of it's what I mean, like
Not
is
in
it
high school anymore,
new music,
Yeah,
Like, you listen to
I
it
blame it
then,
on well, not blame it, but I think the reason that album was made was because Tom did Boxcar Racer, and it was a bit more of a mature sound. So when I first heard that album, I was just like, whoa, like that's one of those albums I can listen from start to end.
And Travis Barker is one of the best drummers of all time.
Yeah, well, the drumming on that album is just insane.
Yeah, he's
so,
crazy
like,
good. That was always like what was so amazing about that band was the drummer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It makes you wonder, like, whether they would have sort of climbed to the heights that they did with the old drummer.
It does, yeah, that's true.
Scott Rayner, I think his name was.
Probably not.
Who is a police officer now. Just
Strange.
fun fact.
Strange. I know that. On Sum 41, I remember the drummer when he left the band, he became a real estate agent.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
he was also a very good drummer as
And
well.
he went. I think he was looking for jobs, and the only job he had on his CV was drummer of Sum 41.
Oh my gosh.
Who was the other guy who did that? From not pop punk. Viada's Murder. That's right.
Oh,
the
yeah.
singer CJ. I think his name
The
is
Australian?
Australian band. Yeah.
What was the band name? Sorry?
Viada's Murder. The deathcore band from Australia. Have you heard of them?
No, I never
Very,
heard of
very heavy. Like real fucking heavy.
Yeah.
But he left the band. I'm not really into deathcore, but they were pretty cool because I thought that they did that genre quite well. Kind of made it a bit more musical. But he left and then he became a real estate agent. Had all these photos, guy with like looks real death metal and stuff, and he's like, sold my first home. It's like, wow.
That's
It's
weird.
quite a common thing, because I think when Yellow Card broke up for the first time, 2 of them became car salesmen.
Wow.
So maybe that's a thing.
That's interesting. Yeah, it's a strange like transition, but hey, I mean, I remember like CJ had like a big post because I was following them a bit, and it makes sense. Like he was like, yeah, in this playing deathcore, like I loved it, but he did it for so long. There's not much of a future in it. It was like I think every life was grew up a lot, and I think bills got high, and deathcore doesn't pay.
Yeah.
Speaking of deathcore, we got a gig in a couple of weeks with a band called The Rising Tide. Have you heard of them?
No.
They are from New Plymouth, and they're deathcore. But I mean, I don't listen to deathcore much either, but I had listened to them, and they were so good, man. So
Are you just saying that because you're playing a gig with them?
Yes.
I
Called
was,
out. No,
I
I'm
was
sure they're good.
pleasantly surprised, yeah, because that genre is generally like a bit intense for me. But I don't know, it's just like the way that they've constructed the rhythms and stuff like that, like keeps it interesting.
It's different, yeah.
Yeah. I always found that live, like when you like really heavy music, like death metal, deathcore, that's where I'm like, wow, this is great. But studio recording wise, it's a bit hard. It's a bit hard to like for me to be like, oh, I'm loving this, because it just sometimes it's just a bit like feels like just too much to take in.
Yeah, it's good. You got to be in the right environment, and like sitting at your work desk is not the place sometimes for that
No.
music. So.
A lot of that stuff to me just sounds like noise. So good deathcore needs to have like really clear, defined like riffs and stuff and
Another band
space.
Another band for me that did that was After the Burial. You guys ever checked them out before?
I know the name, but I haven't listened to them.
Similar, like not as heavy as but really heavy deathcore, but definitely I don't know what you describe it. Very heavy, like metalcore. Like there's no clean vocals and
Dying core.
Dying core. Yeah.
Black metal, I think they call it.
No, it's not black. It's not enough tremolo picking for that. But like it's really intense and like real heavy. But they managed to make it melodic enough with like the guitars and like the vocals and like the rhythms. Yeah, like you said, they make it musical enough, not just like just blast beating your life.
A bit of
musicality.
Yeah, I don't know what the right word is.
It's just noise. These damn kids and their blast beats.
We were talking about this a while ago when we did like our first interview. Like you've got to like these things you want to talk about, and then you like go to do the interview, and you're just like,
yeah, that's fair. So kind of going off that list of bands I listed off. So yeah, what bands do you guys reckon are like, when people go watch them play, like what bands are like stuck with their classics and no one cares about the new material? Can you guys like think of any bands like
the
that?
first one that comes to mind is probably Metallica.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Slipknot's probably another one.
Yeah.
The bands that have been around for like 20 plus years, I think
But obviously, all the bands that we just mentioned, like, there's a lot of them that even I think a lot of people would agree with you guys that Linkin Park as an example would keep up with them, Deftones keep up with them, like new music. I would be excited to hear new stuff, rather than like just play My Own Summer again,
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, Deftones, I'd be happy to go to a concert and have them play their last
new
two
music.
albums.
Yeah, but like a lot of bands wouldn't have that luxury. You know?
If I went to see the Chili Peppers, like I want to see nothing past the year 2000, really. Well, listen, sorry. Yeah.
It depends how much of a fan you are. If you're a huge fan, you probably would be all over their new songs and all that shit anyway. But like when you go to a show, you want to hear the songs that you know. So, yeah, there's more sort of radio bands like Chili's and Metallica. The majority of people probably only know the songs that get played on the radio.
Yeah.
And so they don't care about the new stuff. But then there's like the bands that don't get played on radio so much, like, I don't know, Breaking Benjamin or whatever. The people who go to those shows are the ones that are actually fans, so they probably know the new songs.
The music.
Yeah,
Isn't it interesting though? Like a band like Breaking, this huge band, right? Massive, and like they were in heaps of I first discovered them from what video game was it?
I know the one you're talking about.
Like a sports.
It's like an EA Sports game.
And Halo.
Halo.
And also in Halo as well. That's when I first heard of them.
What's that song name?
LimeWire.
Because this is how I discovered them. Only the strongest will survive or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's how I discovered them.
Tune.
Halo.
But like a band like that, like not much, which is weird, like not much radio play. Like it's quite a radio friendly band, really.
Absolutely. Yeah.
But then again, like not really.
Not in New Zealand anyway.
Not in New Zealand.
Yeah.
We're just so stuck on the same crap.
Yeah.
It's just New Zealand in a nutshell. We're stuck in our ways.
I'm not even sure if they've even played a show in New Zealand. I've never heard of it.
No, the guy doesn't like travelling, if I'm not mistaken. He's got a fear of flying.
He doesn't fly, yeah.
Yeah, he's got
They'll
a fear
do
of flying.
the odd show in Europe and he'll take a boat. Which is
That is crazy.
pretty crazy. But yeah, I saw them once in America. That was so good, man. Like,
He's an amazing singer, right? That guy's vocals is...
Yeah,
Wow.
so good. Yeah,
And the riffs are kind of like, because I think one of I heard like Diary of Jane. That was like another one I heard, and then I heard like an acoustic song, and then because for a long time I remember I used to love reading about bands and how they got started and stuff. And then he was like used to do like a lot of like cover gigs for a long time when he started. I think he used to do like a lot of like Nirvana covers and all that, a lot of acoustic playing.
Yeah,
but the riffs he makes are like they're quite unique. Like
you can always tell it's a Breaking Benjamin riff for sure. Yeah.
But it's got a certain flavor to it, like and it's a lot heavier. Like the riffs are way heavier than you'd think for like a hard rock song, which is really cool because they're like sort of like they're real heavy, but they're kind of it's in like a rock format.
Still keep that melodic sort of accessibility to it.
It's hard to pull that off.
I'm pretty sure I've heard somewhere he likes to write all his riffs acoustic first, and if it sounds heavy to him acoustically, then it's good to go.
Oh yeah.
Something like that, anyway. Yeah,
It's a good way of doing it.
Yeah. Nice.
they got some cool acoustic sets on YouTube, actually. Yeah.
Oh yeah, just check those out. Yeah, he's an amazing singer. So what's the future looking like for Crywolf right now?
Yeah, well, we got that show coming up, which is in Rotorua with Rising Tide and also In Their Image, who are a local Rotorua band, and they are pretty heavy as well.
Yeah, November 7th.
So
November 7th?
November 7th, yeah.
Whereabouts?
I think it's at Crates and Cues in Rotorua. That'll be our first time playing Rotorua, which is cool. I mean, it's going to be our first time playing pretty much anywhere because we only played one show. So.
That we can't remember. we can't remember our show because it went so quick.
Yeah, it was 20 minutes set.
Yeah.
I remember it.
But that's a good thing, though. Like, we're talking about it. Like, when you can't remember the show, that's when you know you've had a good show because, like...
Nothing went wrong.
The adrenaline is running.
the
Well, that's the
adrenaline-
only thing I
yeah.
can remember the show is having to ask Tyler to turn the click up. And that was it, so...
Yeah. And then we've got another show end of November as well, 21st of November in Hamilton, and that's with a band called Wash. Have you heard of Wash?
No.
So they were from like 90s, early 2000s, and they just recently reformed like last year, I think, and joined a few shows. So they're playing at Festival 1 as well. So we're doing a show with them and a couple of other bands at Last Place in Hamilton on the 21st. So that'll be cool. And then, Festival 1 in January.
Date to be confirmed.
Yeah, they haven't released the actual schedule of that yet, but...
It's a 3-day... I think it's a 3-day festival.
Yeah.
That'll be awesome. Never brand new festival.
I've
never heard of it.
They've been going for a while. It used to be Parachute Festival.
Oh,
and then
it's a rebrand. Okay. No, I definitely
I
know.
think it's new people running it and stuff like that. So, but it has been going as Festival 1 for quite a while.
Oh.
So Fire at Will actually played Festival 1. So that would have been like 10 years ago or something now.
Damn.
So it has been
I've
going
never.
for a while.
Oh, I know. I thought, because I thought Parachutes went away and then that's what replaced it. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm so out of the loop.
that'd be super fun. 'cause
I'd never heard of the festival either until Kev told me we got a slot. So.
It's like, awesome. What's that?
And then Nick Googled the wrong festival, didn't he?
Oh, yeah,
He
like, they got
Googled
200,000
one festival
people.
instead of Festival 1. He's like, they got like 200,000 people every year to the show. I was like, what the fuck are we getting into? I don't know if I want to do that, but...
That sounds like a Nick Raven thing.
Yeah.
No, but that'll be super cool. They got like good production there, like high level production, massive stages and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So
Have
that'll
space on stage. That's
Yeah.
nice. So you guys, tuning fork, like, oh god, it's not just like cooped up. Like, you guys are like sitting
Luxury.
on James's kick drum or something.
be, I know, right?
Yeah, well, we kind of talk about that. It might come across as like arrogant, but like we feel like we've all like earned our stripes a little bit, like playing in the scene for years and years. We kind of really want to aim to be doing some really big shows and not just, playing dive bars week in, week out. Like, we
I
really
think the
wanna-
days are kind of gone of that as well, like to build a band, like to build,
Yeah.
like just a gig all the time and gig at a lot of the small venues. Like, that's
Yeah.
not the way to do it.
No.
I saw a clip of Dave Grohl yesterday, and they're like, "What would you suggest for a new band?" He's like, "Just get out there and play shows. Like, if someone's going to walk into a club and see this band, and then they're going to be like, oh, that band's so good,' and then they're going to follow you." It's like, that's not how it works, buddy.
No.
Like, no one's going to just walk into
Those are
somewhere.
1998. Like,
Oh, that's a $20
Yeah.
cover charge, please. Like, oh, I'm not paying for some band that I don't know.
like, what's some bands of this shit? Yeah.
Particularly in New Zealand, I think, quite seriously, I think we have like the hardest music scene in the world. Like,
I agree.
I've
Pretty
been-
small numbers,
Yeah,
And also, like, playing in alternative music makes it even harder.
yeah.
definitely.
People love rock music in New Zealand, but how many of those people go watch shows and get out there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, the big shows still pull people. Like, you see Rock 2000 the other week, sold out Spark Arena. So, I mean, there's rock fans out there, but nobody really wants to discover a new band that
No.
much.
And
You
it's-
got to
it's
really
quite-
convince people.
Yeah. Whereas, like, a lot of other countries, like, I've been lucky enough to live in, like England, like, people go out on Wednesday night and they don't even know who's playing at a bar, but they'll go to the bar just to watch music. And
Yeah, it's like a thing to do.
yeah, same in America, like, and that's where, like, I think it is actually possible to just play those dive bars and still build like an audience and a fan base, whereas here it's just not a thing. Like,
No.
so
It's very, very difficult. That's why most bands go off to Australia.
yeah,
I mean,
Yeah.
there's, and they've got more of that. I think people go to venues just to, check out some new music or check out what's happening,
yeah,
local scene.
yeah, that's what I've heard as well. Yeah, Nathan Souter, who mixed and mastered both Rainfall and our upcoming track Burn, he used to play in a band called Tate the Willing, and a lot of those guys are living over in Australia now, and they're saying the same thing, like particularly with the hardcore scene. That just
It's huge over
it's
there, eh?
thriving.
Yeah, hardcore and metalcore is really big in,
Yeah.
in Australia. We are seeing a bit of a comeback with a lot of. I mean, people are angry at the moment for a lot of reasons. Times are pretty hard
Yeah.
for a lot of people. So the music, alternative heavy music, I think, is in a good place. I
Yeah.
think people are pissed.
Australia always punched above their weight with like metalcore though. I mean,
Yeah.
you got like Parkway Drive and
Killed the
Polaris
Prom-
and
Prom Queen.
Yeah, North Lane,
Amity Affliction. Like, yeah, they got some world class
some
bands.
of the best.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's interesting. They all come from like Australia, eh? It's, yeah, it's kind of like something to be studied. Like, why there's so many of these metalcore bands from such a sunny place?
What else have we got coming up? We got a couple more songs in the pipeline to release probably early next year.
Yeah, we've got. I think the next song we release after Burn will be quite a. What's a good way to describe it?
Your heaviest stuff yet.
Well, no, it's going to be the kind of like
The
the
opposite.
opposite,
More
really.
of a- softer stuff.
Yeah.
More of a ballad, I guess.
Yeah, yeah.
Is there a piano? Kevin on the piano?
Nah, not this time.
Oh, okay.
We haven't
Do you
actually.
play piano?
Nah, Josh plays piano though.
Oh, dude.
Josh is
You guys got to tap into that.
definitely.
We haven't actually. We've recorded the song, but we haven't fully completed it, have we?
Oh, it hasn't been mixed yet.
It hasn't been
yeah.
mixed anyway. So
But yeah, plenty of time for that. But yeah, and then we're just working on new songs. We've got heaps of new songs in the pipeline.
I'm
which
sure
is
you
fun.
guys are just like edging yourselves this morning. Release this, get this out there.
Pretty
You've got
much.
so much music. Yeah, because you release like one song and then another song. But yeah, you guys are doing it the right way though. But it's tough though when you've got all this stuff and then by the time you release it, it's like, we recorded this like 2 years ago.
pretty much. And you're
But that's
just
the game.
Sick of it already.
yeah, it's already out
But
there.
once you release it, then it gives it that new life, and you're excited to see people's reactions and stuff like that. And then playing them live is always cool, like when people know the song.
For sure. A couple more questions. What are some of your dream NZ bands to play with?
well, for me, it's got to be Blindspott, right? They were kind of like the band that got me into music, really. Like when I first saw the video for Nil by Mouth. That's when I was just like, who are these guys? And like, what is this sound? Like, so yeah, Blindspott for me.
Yeah, definitely they were a massive influence when I was a teenager, so it'd be super cool to play with them. We actually played with Blacklist with Fire at Will back in the day. which is-
I went and saw Blacklist at Power Station when they dropped that album.
Oh, we played at one of those shows, the Power Station show.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I saw, what was the other
It was
band there?
Villainy,
Villainy was one of them. There was another one as well.
us, Fire
No,
at Will.
Black River Drive.
Oh,
I remember
maybe it was a
them.
different show.
Yeah.
But we did a Power Station show with Blacklist,
Nice.
which was sick. But yeah, would definitely love to play with Blindspott. Also, this band Wash that we're playing a gig with, they were one of my favorite bands when I was like 15, so super cool to play with them. Yeah, there's heaps of cool New Zealand bands.
All those
Like,
bands that we grew up with. It's like Stylus.
I've heard of them.
Giant.
I don't know them.
I Am Giant.
I'm Giant.
I'm
Coming
Giant.
back, so it'd be cool to do shows with them. Yeah, Ridden by Wolves. Get a bit of a wolf thing going on.
Cry Wolf, written by Wolves. Yeah. They've been together 10 years.
Seem-
That's crazy.
Seem to be copying
Yeah.
them, don't we? With the name, and
I
then
know.
now we're releasing a song called Burn.
I was gonna
It's not-
say, guys, releasing a song called Burn as like a metal band. I'm like,
Well, every band needs a song called Burn.
it's true. You have to put yourselves down as a metal band. We need a song called Burn, guys. Watch the world burn. Watch it burn.
Yeah. Yeah, fire is cool.
I did laugh when I was like, I did song Rainfall and Burn. I was just like, Rainfall, like, there's not many songs called
Just
Rainfall.
going through all the elements.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Earth, Wind and Fire. Avatar.
Isn't that copying Caribbean? They did the whole elements
Yeah, they
thing.
did do that.
They did. Yeah, they did do that. They're not bad anymore, so, you know.
Yeah, we can
Just rip it off.
them
Just
off.
taking like a little element out of each of our bands that we've been in, bringing it in.
But, it's good. Fire at will. Yeah, I get it. All right. So, yeah, I think that's probably. Do I have anything else really? This isn't really. I don't want to ask that. It's not very
Go on.
interesting.
Just ask it.
It's not very interesting. It's just about social media. I just realized I was on your guys' link tree, and then like I just saw like the you guys got a good link tree and personalized it and stuff. But then I had like your Instagram feed on it. Had like all the photos and like all like your feed on there, and I was like, oh, is that a new feature?
Oh, I didn't know this.
It's a feature. I don't know if it's new or not.
Yeah, yeah. I just saw it and I was like, oh, that's something like I haven't seen before, and that's cool.
I was just going through the link tree thing, and then it was like, do you want to connect your Instagram? I was like, oh, sure. But you have to like manually put in each post. So every time you do a new post,
You got to go in there and then update it.
Yeah, which is a bit annoying. So I don't update that all the time. But
That's really handy though. Like if people go on there, like get all your shows or like new
Yeah.
songs out there and stuff, because like having like something visual,
Yeah.
rather than just text.
Just one place where like everyone can find us. Like, Yeah,
Because I think like having like TikTok and Facebook on there, I mean, it's always like But then if you've got something like that, it's like and then and then the Spotify and then the thing.
we have a TikTok, don't we?
we do.
I just checked out. You got a few of your posts.
I definitely like dropped off on posting on that. I just can't do it.
Yeah, I used to run it for the Sun Gods page, and it didn't take long. I was just like, nah, like.
Yeah, TikTok's a very. I had a influencer on here, and that does more Instagram, but does TikTok stuff as well. And he was like, TikTok is the worst place to be known.
Yeah, there's like no shame there, right?
Yeah,
Like,
but it's just not. It's not a great place to be known on. Like to be known for. I don't think it's a good place to be. Like blowing up on TikTok. It's like, is it? Do you want to blow up on TikTok? It was like,
It's a weird one,
I'd rather blow up on Instagram if you had a choice.
But I think like Sleep Token blew up on TikTok though.
Did they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because people like, they just like grab onto a little snippet of their song and like make a bunch of videos with it. And then that has translated into them being massive. But
What was that rapper who got really big on TikTok, but just again like the one bit from the one song? And he played a show, like his biggest show he ever did, and everyone just went along, and no one knew the songs apart
that
from
one
that
bit.
like 15-second bit. And it was
no
like,
idea.
whoa! I can't remember, but it's like, one of those things. You're like, wow, the attention span.
That
It
is
is-
the good thing about social media. Like I personally tend to have like a love-hate with it,
Same.
but so many good things have come out of it. Like particularly with
With music discovery, it's absolutely amazing.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Like I've discovered probably like 10 bands I really, really like in the past month alone just from ads on Instagram. So like,
oh yeah.
yeah, there's heaps of good stuff that comes out of it. Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
all about
we-
trying to like curate your feed right, so you can like have it. So it's like, I just really want to see like new music or like funny memes or like whatever, or like
Yeah.
not just
OnlyFans.
doom gloom or OnlyFans. I don't know who's paying for that. I want to know, guys. Porn is free. Like,
Yeah, that's
why
weird,
are we paying for OnlyFans?
We were talking about this the other day. We're like, what is wrong with these guys?
What's
Like,
wrong, guys? I love that. There's like a good meme of this, and it's like that. It's like those Google employees, and like one guy like does that or something. But it's like when you show the OnlyFans guy that you can search boobs on Google, and it's like, whoa, wow,
Mind blown.
God, I don't have to pay for this. Is a subscription model?
it's
But
like,
it's just
it's
bizarre.
like the new generation don't know about free online porn.
I mean, it's not good, but you know, at the same time,
I'm
if,
not in any way condoning it, but
if you're gonna watch it, like, don't pay for it.
you don't have to pay $3 a picture. Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair. But in saying that, we were talking before earlier about Crywolf. Maybe you got some socks, like got some holy socks, and maybe you can put your feet up on there.
Yeah.
Another revenue stream.
I do actually know a girl who makes a very decent amount of money off pictures of her feet. So
On OnlyFans? Or
Yes.
just on...
just no on OnlyFans. Yeah.
Wow.
And it's just her feet. There's
That's
no nude.
insane.
It's just her feet.
Again,
So-
Google, guys. Like, women's feet. Like, if you really want to see
Yeah,
it.
but if you do that, you're probably going to come up with some pretty nasty ones at the same time.
True.
So.
I guess if you're a foot connoisseur.
I've always thought it'd be good to do like an AI thing because I've seen some of those Instagram accounts.
AI influencers, yeah. AI only fan, yeah.
feet pics. Some of those profiles have like 500,000 followers, and they're not like
real.
pretending that they're real. They're like saying that they're AI,
This
and
is not
people are
real.
still paying them. It's
pay.
ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Jesus.
I know. Why work at you work a hard job in construction? We got real jobs. Like, what are we doing, guys? Making music.
I have heard horror stories about some guys just going bankrupt from it, and like
right.
even though it's
I'm
like,
sure there's
even though it's like $3 a subscription or whatever it is, but like they go into like a frenzy and they end up subscribing to like 300 or 400 different girls' accounts, and then all of a sudden, their bank balance is zip.
It's a strange world.
It is. So yeah, we're mostly just on Instagram.
Mostly not OnlyFans yet.
We kind of got off track here, didn't we?
Yeah, we did. Not OnlyFans yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. Times get tough.
We haven't quite got that desperate.
But yeah, so Instagram, TikTok, Spotify, all the platforms. Tidal, you guys on Tidal? I'm sure you guys just across everything, right?
Yeah, well, we just give our stuff to the distribution company and they just chuck it up everywhere. So seems like a lot of bands are going off Spotify these days.
Yeah.
It'll be interesting.
Also because old mates like a part of investing into like military companies.
Yeah, that's not ideal.
Not surprised. People not realize that. I mean, look, I use Spotify, so whatever, I'm a hypocrite in saying this, but it's not a great guy.
No, unfortunately, Spotify is like the easiest one to like kind of maintain, and I mean, from an artist perspective, it's so good with the
and they've got everything
like
Spotify for artists. Yeah, like everything's there for you.
And for the consumer, it's super easy. Like I use it for myself as well. Like the algorithms and all that kind of stuff. It's really good for finding new music. And
I'm not sure I entirely buy into the whole artists being ripped off by Spotify, because if you really break it down, you're paying $15 a month and there's like literally millions of bands on Spotify. Like it's just like a good business idea, if you know what I mean, and they've just capitalized on it. Like, don't get me wrong, I think artists should be paid more, but
they pay the bigger artists a higher percentage than the smaller artists, though.
Oh, do they?
I'm pretty sure
they do.
I was under the impression just everyone gets paid 0.03 cents per stream.
I'm pretty sure the dudes that are racking in like 100 million streams are getting more of a percentage than the smaller guys.
Well, yeah, because they're the bigger draw cards of people getting to the platform. Podcasters is also a big one as well. Don't forget about that. Podcasters. I mean, not me. I get fucking nothing. But if I was like Joe Rogan or something, I mean,
yeah.
Well, they get paid a bigger percentage.
Yeah, it's a hefty deal for podcasters.
So the smaller bands and podcasters, a cut of their money goes to those bigger bands, basically.
Now I understand it,
So that's kind of fucked up.
Now I understand the outrage. Yeah.
Yeah, it's messy, the streaming world.
Okay. I changed my stance. Fuck Spotify.
Well, pull it off. No Cry Wolf on Spotify, but check it out on Spotify. Pre-save on Spotify.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, at some point, if enough artists come off there, people are going to have to turn somewhere else. But for now, it's still the biggest platform. So pretty hard for a small band to not be on there.
Yeah, well, you just need as much exposure as you can get. I mean, like,
exactly.
It's kind of that's what's hard about this, isn't it? Like, there's nowhere else. Like you got to be on everything.
You can put your stuff somewhere else, but who's going to go to it? Like,
I'm on Apple Music.
A lot of bands are like, oh, we're only on Bandcamp. It's like, cool. Maybe like 10 people are going to go and look at that.
Yeah, Bandcamp. Oh, SoundCloud.
Yeah.
But I was on Apple Music for a long time. I think maybe only 4 years ago I went to Spotify.
I've been on Spotify for such a long time. I think.
Oh, sorry. Did you say you were on Apple Music?
No. Oh, I mean, I use Spotify.
Oh, right.
But like, I mean, the podcast is on everything.
Yeah.
Because it's just got to be everywhere.
Uploaded everywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, but that's if I had the choice, it's like, that's the thing though. It's like, oh, it's bad and this and that, but it's convenient, and it's like, are you going to change your ways?
That's true.
No.
Yeah. I mean, if you were a big artist, I would probably be like, we'll pull our stuff off there.
Well, you can, because you've got the power, and
you've got a bit of that power. People are going to follow you wherever you go. But if you're a small artist, you really need all the exposure you can get.
Yeah, it was not just like doing CDs and back to physical copies.
Yeah, I used to have a massive CD wallet. That was fun.
My one always
the
got
old CD
scratched.
wallet, yeah.
Then those like just put the CD and always get scratched in the back. But then I'd leave them in my car and then I'd actually just crush my CDs like an idiot. So that happened a lot too. Not gonna lie. Who scratched the CD? Oh, it was me. Or just buying cheap, real groovy, like $5, $2 CDs from the bargain bin. The good old bargain bin. I used to raid that.
Nice.
Sometimes it used to be impossible not to scratch your CD just opening it. You know, the plastic they'd put around it. Yeah, and they would just fall apart, the plastic case.
Infuriating. But you guys gonna do physical stuff? Oh, you guys got merch out. But you guys gonna do like, you reckon maybe just a few physical CDs or physical copies?
Yeah, if and when we release an EP/album or something like that, always good to have some physical copies. Yeah.
I love the idea of vinyl.
I know. I think that's every like musician's dream. I always wanted to try and do that for my own stuff, but it's just like money.
I've seen ads where you can get vinyl as just like a one-off kind of thing, because a lot of them do like a minimal order or whatever. Yeah, so I mean it's a lot more popular these days, so there's more options out there for more cost-effective options. So something to look into for sure.
Do you guys have record players?
Yes.
I don't.
I've actually got the only record I have, because, long story short, when I broke up with my ex-partner, I let her keep the record collection. Mm-hmm. So since then, I've only got one record, and it's actually Caridian's record Hava. And I haven't even opened it.
Pristine
condition. Save it. Collector's item.
But no, I've always loved vinyl because of the artwork. Like that was.
It's
like,
so much cooler because it's so much bigger. You feel like you can like almost immerse yourself in it more.
Yeah, like I remember like when
I
I first got into music as a teenager, like listening to music, and I'd love like opening up the
booklets and
the
stuff.
booklet and stuff, and like reading everything.
Oh, shit,
and, yeah, like that was one of my.
never did that with
things.
vinyls, apart from like my dad's record collection a bit. But when I bought CDs, I just read. I always get the booklet out.
Yeah,
But it's not the same as a vinyl one. They're much cooler.
no.
Yeah.
No way. All right.
It surprises me how profitable music was back in the 60s and 70s when it was like mostly vinyl.
Yeah, you didn't even need to play many shows. I mean, all the money came from your recordings, which is crazy to think now. But back then, it was actually like you play like a couple of times a year. I don't think, even if you're like a big artist, you don't even play that often. I think that there weren't even that many tours. Unless obviously if you're the Beatles, different. But if you're just like I think like even like a James Brown back then probably didn't. But they released music every year. Like that was interesting as well. People are like, everyone had like these 4 or 5 year gaps. And I'm like, well, I'm pretty sure that was introduced in like the 90s.
Yeah.
But back in the day, like if you look at all those,
source of revenue,
they'd be releasing an album every year,
Yeah.
every single year.
Yeah. One of my favorite bands is The Doors and The Police.
Oh yeah.
And if you look through their back catalogue, they release music like a new record like every year. And then if
insane,
you look at their tour posters from those years as well, an American tour was like anywhere between 6 and 10 dates.
It's so short.
And
Yeah,
they're
whereas
like
now,
40.
yeah,
Because you'd lose money on the tour.
yeah, exactly.
Probably you'd lose money on the tour. Like, and you might have a little bit of merchandise and a few bits, but it just, I guess it wasn't like there wasn't the big revenue in it. So
No.
just be in the studio every year. But then the record labels would fucking give you a good. Yeah, was it 90% or something they took of like the earnings? Because they give you like the loan and stuff to record it and all that.
Oh yeah,
There's some pretty dodgy
like the
deals
old,
out there.
the old school method. The record label owns you.
Yeah.
You're their property.
yeah,
Yeah, it's a tough one because a lot of those bands you need the record label to put you up there, but then they kind of fuck you over as well.
Well, they have all the control. You're actually putting your hands into the record label corporate overlords at that point. But there was no other way to do it. I mean, how else would you be able to do that?
Catch-22. Yeah,
No.
can't do it on your own. But
Back then, there was
Talking
no
about-
other way to do it.
no, you're talking about a time and when handing out band posters was like the way to get yourself out there. So of course you needed a label to get you on radio and that sort of thing. So
Yeah, and pay for you to be on the radio because that used to happen a lot as well. And all the I mean, the labels are still really big. I mean, people talk about music industry sometimes not being as profitable. That is not true.
no, it's not true.
It makes a
all the way.
shitload of
Yeah.
money.
well, you can still pay to be on tours and pay to be on radio and stuff. Like that's still definitely a thing.
What's that story of that band? I think we were talking about it recently. Who?
Oh,
booked
yeah,
the
they-
entire. You tell the story. Yeah.
So they booked like a US tour or something, and then they basically got like a renter crowd to fill it up, and so then they sold out this tour, but it was all just like a renter crowd, and it cost them like $20,000 or something So they lost heaps of money on that. But then because they had this whole sold out tour, people were like, oh shit. And then they got booked on like proper tours and kind of, became semi-successful from this fake tour that they...
Yeah.
I can't remember the band name, but yeah, it could be a myth, but
There was
Who knows?
there's another band, a different kind of story, but I forgot their name as well. But they, this is like 10 or so years ago, and this guy made a completely fake profile, like with like a couple of like little songs and that, and had like these fake shows. But he managed to blow himself up on social media so
I think
much.
I saw that.
And I have to find the name. But anyway, similar thing. He sold out this tour, but there was no band. And this doesn't exist.
Yeah.
But he made it. He like blew up all the material, and
He had like shots of him like in front of a green screen or something,
Yeah.
and then like big crowd shots and stuff.
Yeah. I think it was that guy. I still can find the name.
Crack up.
If you can, I mean, hey, you can do it, but it won't last long. But if you can make a quick buck, maybe. But then you get caught. So yeah, got to be smart.
have you heard the story about how Bring Me the Horizon really took off?
No, I haven't.
They were supposed to open, I think the band was called the Red Chord or the Red Shore, something like that. Anyway, they were a bigger band than them. And
Right.
One of the members hacked into one of the band members' accounts
Oh, yeah.
and emailed the promoter and said, "Oh, we want Bring Me the Horizon to come on the entire UK tour with us."
I think I have heard this story, but yeah, go on.
So they ended up doing the entire UK tour just from that.
And that helped, get them in front of more people.
Yeah, I've heard that from an interview as well, so it's not bullshit. But yeah, but that was when they released like their first record. So
Count Your Blessings, yeah.
yeah. So
What an album. That's a band that grew on me. I didn't like them for a long time,
Yeah.
personally.
Yeah. They were a bit too heavy for me early on, and then they mellowed out a little bit, and I liked a lot of their stuff. And then they went super weird. Some of that stuff was cool. Some of the weird stuff.
I like the Armo phase.
Yeah,
I like that.
There was some really
Yeah,
cool
those
stuff on that
cool
as
songs.
well. But
That was very much a transition phase, I think, for them.
Also, Ollie Sykes just actually working on his singing. And I was like, oh, yeah, it's good.
I saw them. We were talking about it on the way here. I can't remember whether it was the Transmission Room or some other smaller bar, but I saw them in 2008 after they released Suicide Season. It was like maybe 200 or 300 people there. But I had a mate drag me along. I'd never heard of them. Or at that point heard music like that. So when they started playing, I was like, what the fuck
What
is
is
this?
it? Yeah. Especially, it's got some weird, it's kind of like, weird metal songs. Like even like, I like the song Chelsea Smile is fun, but it's definitely like, it's like everything changes so quickly. Like everything's so like bizarre. It's almost like jazz.
The only thing I remember from
Yeah,
it
that
was him saying, like, this song is called Tell Slater to Wash His Dick. And that's when I was like, what the fuck kind of band have you brought me to, bro?
What band is this?
that was kind of the vibe of those early bands, though. Just like one section and then like a completely different section.
Yeah.
Just the whole song.
like
just-
like riff salads.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just all over the place.
Yeah, crazy time signatures, crazy changes. But yeah, it was
It's all about the hair.
yeah, and the mops, big old mops, fringes. Yeah, the big what's it? The earrings? What are they called? The
Stretchers.
stretchers.
Oh,
yeah,
these.
Nah, but way bigger than that. You got like small ones. You haven't got like the big fucking
No, I can't deal with those.
Your stretchers are small, bro.
stretchers. Are small. You're not metal enough. Not deathcore enough.
I'm not overcompensating for something.
All right, small ears.
Yeah. I just want really big ears.
All right, fellas. I'm kind of out of questions. Is there anything else you guys want to promote? Anything else you guys want to say? Final words? Final thoughts?
Just thank you to everyone who's been supporting us on social media so far and who came to watch us at the Caridian show. And love you, Mum. That kind of stuff. Yeah,
If you could
it's
be anyone for a week, who would you be?
Oh, that's a good question.
Just for a week.
Just for a week.
Because I feel like if you could be someone for forever versus a week, it could change the answer.
That's good. Yeah.
For a week. Someone living right now.
Sure.
Oh, that's really hard. You know what? My mind jumped straight to Dictators.
Oh yeah.
Just because you can just do whatever you want. Absolute power. But I'm not sure. For a week, like I'm trying to think like how much you can do and enjoy within a week.
Before it gets old.
Yeah, like how much fun. Like, yeah, I feel like when I was younger, I probably would have said Charlie Sheen, but probably not now.
I watched his documentary the other
Yeah,
day.
me too.
Oh, was it good?
Yeah, real good.
I got to check it out.
He's
yeah.
a very interesting
I
character.
rewatched a few because he had a few interviews, and I rewatched the Tiger Blood one. Fuck, that's a banger. I love that interview so much.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
that was
man.
like the peak of his breakdown, wasn't
Oh, it
it?
was,
Yeah.
fully coked out, like,
Yeah.
had been, driving illegally with porn stars, and I was like, man, this guy is, I mean, I think I was a teenager when that came out, I was like, legend, what a legend. But it's like, that's sad.
It's pretty amazing that he's made it through and
Still alive.
still alive. Yeah.
Yeah. But, I guess, maybe Charlie Sheen in the heyday.
I give it
There we
if
go.
it's
For
just
one
for
week.
a week.
For 1 week, I just want to just to live that, like, I guess excess Hollywood, exactly what you think, like porn stars somehow, like all the expensive stuff,
Sex,
got like
drugs, and rock and roll.
10 Ferraris. I don't know why, but I just have them. You
Yeah.
know, like I get to meet up with like the most famous people, or I get offered a role, like get offered 10 million. I'm like, nah, I want 20. Just just excessive Hollywood lifestyle, just for a week, just to get a taste.
Yeah, he said that he was like taking a flight and they were like, oh, you want to come see the cockpit? And he was like, yeah, sweet. And he was like absolutely wasted. And then the pilots were like fans of his or whatever. And they were like, oh, you want to fly the plane? So he's like flying this freaking plane with like 200 people. And then he starts like going, like dipping down or something, like going off course. And they're like, okay, we'll just take it back now. And like, they would get in so much trouble for that shit. Like, letting some random dude who's wasted fly this freaking commercial plane.
What the fuck?
But
Yeah.
you could just do that shit because he was
Charlie
Charlie
Sheen.
Sheen.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Good
Well,
times.
I guess that would be my answer.
Yeah,
Charlie
fair
Sheen in the heyday. What about you guys?
It would, yeah. I mean, you'd want someone that has like plenty of money, so you could just go and do whatever you want.
1 week,
1
I'd
week.
be Hunter S. Thompson.
Oh, yeah, the famous journalist, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For 1 week.
He was a wild one.
Yeah. Long term,
No way.
Charlie Sheen, because you still get all the good shit and you still survive it at the end.
Yeah.
It was long term.
Oh, no, just the week. Well, what about you for 1 week? Who would you be in?
I don't know. Probably, maybe at the moment, someone like Youngblood, just absolutely top of the game,
Yeah, he's crushing it.
playing sick shows.
I love what he's doing with his festival, too. It's really cool.
Yeah,
Music festivals. He made like his own, it's called like Bloodfest.
Bloodfest.
Yeah, but I love
Trying
the
to
like
keep the prices reasonable.
keep the prices low, like tries to create places where people can like because one thing I thought was cool was like have you guys been to like gigs by yourselves or like a festival on your own, and it's always like cool, but you're always like, oh, it'd be cool to like maybe like meet people or whatever, and he's like made like a make friends place or something. I'm like, I'm like, that's pretty sick though. Like,
Yeah.
you can just go, hey, I might get some weirdos, but
Yeah, he seems
but
like
at the
a
same time, it's
pretty cool dude.
It's a nice thought.
He's so wholesome, isn't he?
Yeah, I love that. And then the cover of Changes, it's very good.
Oh, so good.
Yeah, that was amazing. So.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm not a huge fan of all of like, his original music, but I love what he's doing.
No, I'm not a fan of his music, but I like him as a person. I think
Yeah.
he's just really cool. Like, yeah.
Yeah, and his lifestyle at the moment would be pretty fun.
I think he I saw like a video of like his day. He's fucking busy as shit though, because I think it's like, all the festival stuff and his own music, and then so it'd be. I don't think he lives like a very no Charlie Sheen lifestyle, but
No.
well, you wouldn't be able
Well,
to.
if
It's
I
not
was
very
him for a week,
sustainable.
I would take a week off from that shit and just have fun.
yeah, schedule, throw it away.
It's all good when you're
Yeah.
25.
Yeah, so much more energy.
Oh well, there's our final thoughts. So Charlie Sheen, Youngblood, and Hunter S. Thompson. There we go for 1 week.
Beautiful.
Beautiful. All right.
Together.
We can all hang out in a movie. Crazy. What a crazy weekend, man.
Wow.
Wow, what a weekend. Yeah. All right, sweet. Oh, thanks guys for coming on. Make sure everyone checks out Cry Wolf. New tracks coming out. New shows, and wish you guys the best with all your endeavors. Keep up the momentum.
Thanks for having us, mate.
Yeah, thank you.
Good, sweet.
Pleasure.
End it there. Bye.